Human beings have been asking the same questions since the beginning of existence. Why are we here? What is the meaning of life? While searching for the answer, sometimes they look toward the peaks of mountains, sometimes they dive into the depths of oceans, and sometimes they turn their eyes inward, toward their own hearts, that place filled with both darkness and light. And right there, at the very center of the heart, they encounter two words that answer all of these questions: peace and love. Today, we will talk about these two sacred truths. Today, we will speak about the divine calling that God has taught humanity. And today, let's be honest with ourselves. All of us are searching for love. Yet somehow, while searching for love, we often find hatred. While longing for peace, we end up trapped in the middle of conflict. Why? Because love and peace are not things we can search for outside ourselves like objects in the world. They are sacred places we must first build within our own hearts. And the architect of that sacred place is God Himself. One of the first things God teaches us, perhaps the most important thing, is mercy and love. This is what makes us human. At our core, we are beings shaped by love. All the fears, anger, hatred, and bitterness we later learn are only heavy curtains covering our true nature. God teaches us not to approach others with hatred, but with love. Think about the universe for a moment. Everything exists in balance and harmony. The sun rises every day. Rain falls upon every land. The wind touches every face. None of them discriminate. And this is a reflection of God's unconditional and limitless love. What God asks from us is simple: to look at His creation with the same eyes He looks at it, with love, mercy, and understanding. God teaches us that true peace can only be built by winning hearts. And hearts are only won through love. But what is love really? Have we ever truly thought about it? Love is not simply affection toward things we like. Love is not a preference. It is a state of being. Love is not only kindness shown to those who treat us well. Love is also the hand we extend even toward the person who hurt us. And this is why love is not weakness. Love is the greatest strength. Today, when people think of power, they think of weapons, armies, wealth, and control. But none of those things last forever. Look throughout history. Great empires collapsed. Powerful armies disappeared. Massive treasures vanished. But one act of love can live for generations. A mother's love for her child cannot be compared to any worldly power. This is why love is the greatest force in existence. Because love wins not by destroying, but by creating. Love grows not by taking, but by giving. Love is the only treasure that increases when shared. And what about peace? What is peace really? Peace is not merely the absence of war. It is not only silent weapons or empty battlefields. Those are only the visible results of peace. Peace itself is a seed. And that seed is planted first inside the human heart. Peace is the fruit of justice, conscience, and above all, love. If the love of God grows inside a heart, that love overflows and embraces all creation. And only then can true peace become possible. Peace is not surrender. Peace is one of the greatest virtues. Because peace is not cowardice. Peace is courage. Hatred is easy. Anger is easy. Violence is easy. Even animals attack when threatened. But to forgive, to understand, to walk toward peace, that is what truly makes a human being human. That is the divine quality that separates us from everything else. This is a universal message sent to all humanity. In every age and every society, God has whispered the same truth. Love one another. Live in peace. God says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, because they become representatives of divine harmony on earth. They are lights in darkness, shelters in storms, messengers of love in a world filled with hatred. Blessed are those who heal hearts, build bridges, and tear down walls." And God also says, "Love your enemies. Pray for those who hurt you." These may be some of the most difficult, shocking, and revolutionary words humanity has ever heard. Because these words strike directly at the heart of revenge, hatred, and anger. They break our chains. They set us free. Think about it. When someone hurts you, what is the first thing you feel? Anger. And what is the first thing you want? Revenge. That is the most primitive side of human nature. But God tells us, no. You are more than that. You carry a soul noble enough to respond to hatred with goodness. And that is true humanity. These words teach us that the path toward peace begins at the exact moment love becomes hardest. Anyone can love their friends. The real challenge is loving those who oppose you. That is when we truly become human. God, love, and peace are inseparable from one another. You cannot separate them. Because God is the source of love itself. And love is the only true key to peace. A heart filled with love can never create plans of destruction. That is why when the love of God grows inside us, it naturally overflows. And it embraces all creation. Not only people, but animals, trees, rivers, mountains, and the sky itself. And only then can real peace on earth become possible. Differences of language, religion, and race begin dissolving within the ocean of love. And what remains is simply the human being. The pure and original creation of God. Because the energy of love is infinitely stronger than the darkness of hatred. Just as light always defeats darkness. Even a single candle can illuminate an entire room. Love works the same way. A single drop of love can cleanse an ocean of hatred. We simply need to believe in its power. So today, here and now, let's make a promise to ourselves. Take a deep breath. Go down into the depths of your own heart. Beneath all the noise and chaos, reconnect with your true essence. And make a decision. Leave hatred and anger behind. Release the painful words, betrayals, and wounds you have carried for years. Let them go. Because hatred is a cup filled with poison. And the one who drinks that poison is often ourselves. Open the doors of your heart completely to love. Don't be afraid to love. Don't ask yourself, what if I get hurt? Yes, love can hurt. Love is not always safe. But refusing to love is refusing to truly live. A heart without love is like a garden that never blooms. It needs sunlight, water, and air. So open your heart completely. Let people come and go. But continue loving. Because love is your true nature. Respond to those who wrong you with goodness. It isn't easy. In fact, it may be one of the hardest things in the world. But isn't that exactly what makes us human? Anyone can choose the easy path. True strength is choosing goodness even when it's difficult. Approach hatred with prayer. Because the person who hates is also wounded. They are also afraid. Beneath their hatred often lies pain, fear, and helplessness. So instead of cursing them, pray for them. Ask God to fill their hearts with peace and love. Because that prayer heals both them and you. We know that love multiplies the more it spreads. This is a universal law. The more love we give, the more it grows. Just like one candle lighting another. A candle never loses its own light by lighting someone else's. Instead, the whole room becomes brighter. Today, look at the world through the eyes of love. Look at your friends. The people who stood beside you and supported you. Express your gratitude to them. Because love deserves to be spoken. Unspoken love is like a flower that never blooms. Look at strangers passing by. People you may never meet again. Look at them with compassion too. Look at the trees. Their roots holding onto the earth while their branches reach toward the sky. They are living beings too. They are part of this creation. Look at them with gratitude. Because they give you breath. Look at the birds. Flying freely across the sky. Let their freedom remind you that peace and love were meant to be just as natural and free. And now, feel the love of God within yourself. Repeat these words quietly inside your heart, or say them out loud. Because words are the beginning of transformation. Today, I dedicate my heart to love and my life to peace. I leave hatred, anger, and revenge behind me. I will respond to wrong with goodness. I will pray for those who hate me. I will work to turn enemies into friends. I will let go of prejudice and seek to understand others. I will defend justice, compassion, and dialogue. I will teach children love, peace, and brotherhood. I will take one step every day toward a world without war. And I know I do not walk this path alone. Millions of hearts beat with the same hope and the same belief. And that is our strength. And now, as this journey comes to an end, I ask one final thing from you. When this video ends, return to your life. But this time, see everything with new eyes. Notice the miracle hidden inside ordinary things. See the divine beauty within the rain, the sunrise, and the laughter of a child. Today, give a smile to someone, even a stranger you've never met before. And watch how that single smile begins a chain reaction. Tonight, before you sleep, think about someone you need to forgive. And forgive them. You'll feel the weight lifting from your shoulders. And every day, say a word of gratitude to God, to the universe, to life itself. Feel how gratitude expands the heart and fills it with love. Remember this. Love and peace are not built only by great heroes. They are built through the small choices ordinary people make every single day. One loving decision you make today could change the world tomorrow. Love is healing. Love is strength. Love is the key to transformation. Love is the essence placed within creation itself. And now, it is time to love. Stay in love. Stay in peace. And may God's limitless love always remain with you. Amen.